Yep, so Wednesday. Okay, so in the original version of this program, today's supposed to be Arms Day. So it's a 4-day rotation, so it goes shoulders, back, arms, legs. Okay, but there are various permutations that are permissible. So, for example, on shoulder day, you can do chest work. On arms day, you can also do shoulder and chest work. So, this is going to be, for me, it's going to be arms, shoulders, and chest. The difference being is that on a proper shoulder day, there'll be more shoulders. Okay, so I've got warmed up a little bit. I've got 15 kilos around my waist to do dips. So it's going to be the same protocols that I've been following recently. So there are 8 exercises altogether, and they're arranged in 4 supersets. So this initial superset will be dips and pulley curl. So obviously there is an arm involvement on both. Okay, also I am reducing the timer to 1 minute 15, so it's an even tighter timer. Okay, and I'm thinking that, going forward, what I'm going to try and do is get down to a 1 minute timer altogether. But I'll take my time about that. But eventually, yeah, it's going to be a 1 minute timer. I doubt that will work for legs though, but we'll see. But for the upper body days, which is basically every day apart from leg day, I think a 1 minute timer will be possible. So essentially, this is light and fast work. I'm not trying to push the weights high. There is a strength component, obviously, and it should maintain the muscles and even grow the muscles. But that's not the main point. The main point of this particular phase is fat burning. So I'm combining these daily sessions in the gym with daily cardio as well. So I actually started this session about 8:30 in the morning. So I've got quite a few hours then before I do the cardio session. Okay, so I might as well kick off now. So let's say I've warmed up a bit. This is going to be the initial set of dips. Eight. Okay. So, if you've been following this at all, you realise that the first set is pretty much all out. So I've got 8 reps there, and that's going to be followed by a half set. Well, a series of half sets. So the next set will be 4 reps. And those half sets will be supersetted with pulley curls. So the secondary movement, the pulley curl, will be done for high reps. So that's the format. Supersets, primary movement is going to be quite heavy, moderate reps. Secondary movement is going to be light for higher reps. Four. Okay. So on this pulley curl, I've got 10 kilos on the pulley. quite light. And the idea is to fall anywhere between 10 and 20 reps. But there's no half sets on the secondary move. The secondary move will be done AMRAP, as many reps as possible. Okay. Okay, 17, I'll stop at that. Okay, so these are all 4 reps now. So these are all half sets. So this is half of whatever I originally got. So I originally got 8. Oh, yeah, quite tough. The time is tight, so it's making it harder. So you can get this thing sorted a bit better. I've gone to radio this morning. This is the coldest September ever registered in the UK. I can believe it. Does feel chilly for sure. Sixteen. So I'm pretty sure with the tight timer and the higher reps, there is quite a cardio component to this. Oh, 4. So just to reiterate, so the method is supersets. That's alternating between two movements. First movement relatively heavy, so you do it for an all-out set, and then you do a half set, so half the reps of the all-out set, combining that with a light movement with lots of reps that you simply do AMRAP, as many reps as possible. So far on this pulley curl I've gone 17-16, so more than likely this will be 15. Yep. Okay, so last set of dips coming up, should get 4. Definitely it's hitting the cardio, hitting the heart rate. Oh, hard. Okay, so after this superset, the next one is incline press, and I'm going to superset that with hammer curls, so pretty similar. So the first one was shoulders, chest, triceps, superset it with biceps, and the next one's going to be the same. I mean, the last time I did this, you know, arm day, I did purely arms just about, and I thought the whole session dedicated to purely arms, I thought it was a little bit excessive. Oh, 14. Okay, that's that done. So, incline press coming up. It's going to take me a minute to set it out. Room for my feet. Okay. Empty bar for a warm up. I'll move that dip station. So 60 kilos on a dip. So throughout this phase, I'm not going to emphasise competition style powerlifts because I know that this protocol, you know, weight training every day, cardio every day, restricted calories, is not going to allow me to lift like that. So rather than sort of like beat myself up about, you know, the decline in top end strength, I was going to do something completely different. So rather than do competition style bench press, I'm doing these incline bench presses. I'm doing bench press with bands. Okay. Now, I'm not sure how many I got last time, but it's a different setup anyway. Eight, 9. Okay, that was 9, so I'm going to guess that last time I got 8. Can find something written down about incline bench. Where was it? Yeah, 60 for 8. So if you get 9, an odd number, for the half sets, you got the option of going 4 or 5. So for this first one, I'll try 5 if I can get it. But if it's 4, it's 4. I mean, as I said, the timer is very tight. That one bad at all, actually. So last time I did incline, I got 8 and 4. So that time 9 and 5. But let's have a look. Okay, so last time I did incline, I did bench press first as a bench press and a lateral raise type movement for the initial superset. And the second superset was incline press and dumbbell press. So yeah, I'm going to say that's an advance. Pretty similar setup really. Okay, this time I did dips rather than bench press first, but it's a similar idea. Okay, so what we're going for, hammer curl. Okay, let's do it. Ten. 20, good. Okay, that's 20, but obviously it's 10 on each side. So I imagine that I could work up to 40 reps with that weight, and it'd still be within the parameters, because it would only be 20 reps in each arm. Oh dear. Five, that's not bad. That's all right. Yeah, time is tight. The breathing is quite laboured. Yeah. So hopefully the adding the cardio to this protocol will be a synergistic effect. It will help me do the weights, because the weights are quite cardio intense now. Well, doing them with this timer, and as I say, it's a 4-day rotation, and I'm going to try on 3 of those days to get it down to a 1 minute rest period. Okay. Ten. 18 will do. Drink. Okay. Okay, go for it. Five. Someone commented on my channel saying that you know, doing all these sets every day, it's an awful lot of work, which it is, yeah, but it's not massively intense. I mean, the exercise selection is quite gentle. That, you know, the movements are not terribly difficult. I've kicked out deadlifts, for example, and just put in stiff-legged deadlifts. The only really difficult moves are the squat, which I'm doing with bands, and the bench press, which I'm doing with bands. So that's hopefully keeping the weights light. Okay, I think 16 will be a good target. 10. And you've also got to think that the half sets idea. So on the main move, yeah, you do one all-out set at the beginning, but then there are 4 half sets And those half sets aren't terribly taxing either. I mean, it accumulates. You know, by the time you get to the last one, which I'm going to do now, you know, you're getting pretty close to the limit again. But yeah, the half set idea definitely mitigates the difficulty. Five. Yeah, that last bit was quite hard. Okay, so one more set on this, and then it's military press, supersetter with tricep press down. Okay, so on these hammer curls so far it's gone 20, 18, 16. So probably 14, to guess. Okay. Pretty much as always, I think. Putting the hard stuff at the beginning and then working my way down a bit. 10. Yeah, 14 will do. Yeah. And on none of these sets hard, well, very few of these sets am I trying to go to absolute failure. Like for example, holding the last rep, you know, struggling with the last rep. Yeah, I don't do very much of that at all on this phase. You know, obviously I'm taking most of the secondary move sets pretty close to failure, or even failure, but not going beyond, let's say. Okay, so what you got next? You've got military press and press down. So press down. It's simply going to be 10 kilos on the pulley, so that's going to be for high reps. Okay, that's that set up. Yep. And the military press. Need to get rid of this thing. Need to get rid of the bench. Set this up. Do a single. Okay, we'll warm up if you like. And I'm only going to go to 30 kilos because I've done quite a bit of shoulder triceps already with the dips and the incline bench. I do want to get relatively high reps, even though it's the prime movement. I still don't want to go heavy on the military press. I want to try and keep my form a bit better. I find that if I go heavy on the presses, my form deteriorates no end. Okay, so can't say I'm really warm, but a bit warmer. You know, in many ways the cooler weather is better for this game. The only thing is the initial start. You know, when it's nice and hot, it is pleasant to come outside, pleasant to start training, but very soon you start boiling like a kettle. Whereas when it's cooler, it's the opposite way around. It's relatively unpleasant to come out and get started. I mean, especially in sort of like January, February, it's awful. Yeah. But once you get going, you know, it's quite pleasant. But anyway, what we're doing here, 30 kilos. So the initial full set, taken to just about failure, and then a half set. I expected 10, 9, it's 10 next time. So the half set, because it was an odd number 9, I can go 4 or 5, so either or. So I'll go for 5, and if it's 4, it's 4. Oh, 5 was easy. Okay, so now we're on the superset. So now I'm pressing down. See if we've got any sort of reference for press downs. Yeah, last time I did press downs, I got 12 on the first set. So obviously I'm going to target 13. Put that there to weigh the machine down. Stop it from moving around. Diet was good yesterday, so I followed my plan just about. 2 snacks, 2 main meals. Thirteen, 14, 14, good 14, yeah, that was a good advance. So Same again this morning. I had a bit of carb. You know, just have whatever carb is available. It's just a tiny little snack, really. So I think I had a little piece of cake. You know, but it's just, you know, the portion size is just small. It's just to get the blood sugar up in the morning after you've been asleep. So it's a little difference what it is. You know, not many calories. So my breakfast really is after I've done this training. But I don't like weight training fasted. I think that's a bad idea, actually. Yeah, those fives are easy. So usually I have a breakfast bar of some kind. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, some little breakfast bar. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So depending on what it is, one or two of those. Just get that little bump in the morning, just get you going. After this, it's probably going to be, okay, I think I've got some boiled eggs ready. So there's about 6 boiled eggs. And some protein shake. 12, 13, 14, yeah, 14 again. And the third meal of the day will come after I do my cardio. So I do cardio about 3 o'clock-ish until 4 o'clock, say. Yeah, at most an hour. I try not to go beyond an hour at this point. You know, if it becomes necessary at some point in time, I will extend it, but I doubt it. I think more than an hour of cardio is counterproductive. You're burning too much muscle. Easy. Very easy, those 5s. And so I do the cardio, then about 4 o'clock-ish I'll have what I consider to be my main meal, and it's another substantial meal, probably meat based, probably. Don't know. So another thought I'm having is that it's going to depend how this all goes. So previously, as regards shedding body fat, I've had a lot of success with vegan diet. Now, I'm not saying that vegan diet is, you know, all that. It's definitely got positives to it. But I found that I felt quite full because you get a lot of plant material in you. It was pretty, you know, it's a nice way to shed fat. But as I say, you know, I'm not going to say, you know, vegan is the way. I'm just going to say it's a tool in the box, and you might get some mileage out of it depending on what you need it for. But yeah, I found in the past, you know, practical experience that vegan diet is handy for shedding body fat. You know, you tend to eat a lot of volume for the calories. Well, it depends how you do it. And I always feel that it's a healthy way of eating. Okay, this one, probably go for 6 in fact, if I can. Six. The 4 and 5s are very easy. And also, you know, the author of the protocol, Cody Lefebvre, I think, Cody Lefebvre, I'm not sure. You know, so he created this protocol, and he says that you know, if needs be, you can turn the half sets into 3/4 sets. But I just knocked out a set of 6 there, so I thought the half sets were too easy. Just make it up on the fly. Okay, this last set. So after this, there's just one superset pair left. So it's an easy day really, it's not hard this. $11, $12, $13. That's your lot. Another set 13. Okay. So I'm saying it's not. I don't feel this is a hard day. You know. You know, on paper it sounds hard. You know, 40 sets, train every day, etc. But there's no moment in this which compares to, say, for example, doing a set of 5 on deadlifts. You know, if you do a set of 5 on deadlifts, as I was doing before, you know, or a set of 5 on squats, yeah, you know you've done it. Oh, 3 sets of 5 on squats, all out. Yeah, wow. It's hard, simple as that. Just hard. So, yeah, it might not look like a huge volume of work, but it's like, you know, it's comparing diamonds to feathers, isn't it? You know, the work is so compressed, so dense when you're doing these hard sets of squats and deadlifts. It's just high intensity, and I think that the high intensity is at least, it's just as much a difficulty as the volume. And actually alternating between phases of volume and phases of high intensity, yeah, that's a decent strategy. Change is as good as the rest almost. You know, you're hitting your body differently. Yeah, even if it's only mentally. Even if it's only psychologically. It still means something. You know, you do these protocols for a few weeks. You know, everybody worships the sort of like consistency and you know, sticking it out. Yeah. But your body quickly becomes stale. Now your mind quickly becomes stale. So I like to be introducing changes on a pretty regular basis. It just keeps it interesting. catches your body off guard. But yeah, I mean, there are plenty of systems. For example, you know, I've got the just happen to be wearing the shirt West Side, you know, where they just use a lot of the movements, the accessory movements, just do them for 3 weeks or so, then chuck them, and so constantly going through all these different movements. Yeah, there's an element of consistency. I'm still doing some form of some form of squat, some form of bench, some form of deadlift all the time. Yeah, that's fairly consistent in that regard. Okay. So I'm gonna say that, yeah, me doing stiff-legged deadlifts, it's going to prevent the total deterioration of my real deadlift. Okay, so what we've got here? Okay, it kicks off with reverse curls. Thought it kicked off with the reverse curl. Kicked off with reverse curls. We'll kick off with this movement, reverse curl. Eight, stick at 8. Yeah, surprisingly difficult with that, because one of the things I noticed with that reverse curl, it's hitting my pain spot. I've got this elbow issue which has been going on and on and on. Yeah, and it's definitely mitigated. It's definitely getting a lot better. Part of the reason to lighten up is also to give your joints and tendons a respite. But this particular move, it seems to, it's not in the elbow itself, it's on the forearm. So like the outer forearm, on the outer side. And it's just every rep seems to really hit that forearm. Okay, I've got 8, so this is just 4. So I'm gonna guess that this particular movement is quite therapeutic for my my elbow issue. Yeah, because I'm not loading it up with massive weight or anything. It's still pretty light, but it's definitely hitting that a painful area. I think there are 2. Seems to be one area here on my forearm. And then there's another area here, on the outside of the elbow, when I'm doing close grip bench press particularly. Anyway, not to worry, it is improving. Okay, so this one is wrist curls. So this is a 6-foot Olympic bar with a couple of 2.5s. This thing here is in the way. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's it, 11. 11 will do. Yeah. So this is the last superset, and as you can see, these are 2 quite gentle movements, and they're not very difficult movements at all. So as I'm now on the fatigued end of the workout, I've got these relatively easy movements to do. So the whole thing is, in terms of effort, you know, is fairly evenly distributed. So the hardest moves are right at the beginning, and the easiest moves are right at the end. Okay, let's see what I can get. Oh, it's just pause, isn't it? Oh. Hey. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I know in the past for sure I've done far heavier reverse curls. But this elbow issues just made them very unattractive. Yeah, I've had two bouts of elbow tendinitis. You know, I thought I got rid of it. You know, and I had got rid of it for quite a while. And I think that what I did is that I decided to sort of like go all in on pull-ups, and I was doing like, I don't know, 10 sets of pull-ups or whatever. And I kicked it, you know. Big mistake, anyway, big mistake. Nine. Whew. So yeah, I think also the relatively tight timer, you know, just 1.25 minutes, definitely made it feel like it's gone quite fast today. Okay, those fours are fairly easy. So as I say, my plan is for all this upper body stuff. So, you know, basically, you know, apart from legs, so legs, I'll give it more of a, you know, a more generous timer for the squat portion anyway. But then it goes shoulders, where I can also stick in some chest, back, where I can I can stick in a little bit of legs and abs if I want to. Arms, like today, where I've also stuck in chest and shoulders. So those three upper body workouts, really, upper body focus. I'm going to try and get them on a 1 minute timer eventually. Okay, 9 again, that's not bad. Yeah. So, you know, keeping the focus on the fat burning aspect. So, 1 minute timer, light and fast, should contribute to fat burning. So it's this particular phase is sort of like minimising the top end strength. You know, there is a bit of it. Like for example on leg day, you know, the first set of squats that I did last time was a set of 5. Okay, I'm hoping that that becomes a set of 6 next time I do it. But that was an all-out set of 5. Oh, easy. Oh. Okay, so this is the last set, isn't it? So I'll get this done. It's been well under an hour. So 36 work sets and a couple of there's a bit of a warm up at the beginning that you don't see. When I just sort of like, I don't know, swing around a pair of clubs with you know, they're only about, you know, half a kilo each. Do a bit of stretching with bands, that sort of thing. Okay, do it. Last one. That's it. Done. All done. Great. Good stuff. So yeah, I think that's contributed to my goals. Bit of hypertrophy maybe, hold up the strength, burn the fat. That's what I'm trying to do at this moment in time. You know, believe you me, I prefer to do the strength work. You know, I do a lot. I feel that the you know, the real core of this game is, you know, heavy squats, bench, deadlift. That for me is the interest, the main interest. But I think I've got the, I don't know, either I've got the sort of body that you know, that likes to hold fat, or I've got sloppy habits. You know, I like to enjoy myself. You know, whatever it is. But you know, I'm perpetually having to stop the strength process and concentrate on the leaning out process. Okay, when I say leaning out, I'm not trying to get sort of like ripped like a bodybuilder. You know, I'm just trying to get you know, manage the fat, trying to get it to sort of like, you know, somewhere remotely decent. Yeah. I think as you get into dieting, you know, you notice that you go flat as well. I don't think it's that bad at this moment in time. But you know, when you get deeper into dieting, you know, you just can't pump your muscles up. You know, they're empty, everything's running on empty. At this moment in time, I don't think that's the case. You know, I feel quite full still. You know, I feel big. I feel bigger than I want to be, for sure. But it's all, you know, it's all a mental game. You know, it's quite deceptive, really. You know, as soon as you start eating, you feel massive. As soon as you stop eating, you feel tiny. You know, in reality, not much is changing. But you know, your body's sending signals. It's telling you. You know, either we need to stop eating or we need to start eating. You know, and I think that's part of the mental game of it. You know, there's certain hunger signals, or signals indicating that you've had enough, and then make you feel that you're much bigger or much smaller than you really are, which is probably not varying that much. But at this moment in time, still feel quite full, quite big. You know, the dieting and the cardio is not kicking in yet in a bad way. It will do, but for the time being, everything feels pretty easy, not difficult. Okay, I'm going to stop at that. So, let the days go by, see what happens. And I'll be back at 3 o'clock, not on film though. Back at it at about 3 o'clock doing some cardio. Okay, bye.